And joining us now, aviation attorney Erin Applebaum. So, Erin, your firm represents passengers against these huge airlines. Do you think these proposed rule changes go far enough to help people who do get stranded?
Well, thanks so much for having me. Yes, we represent passengers, and so our primary goal is to make sure that passengers get exactly what they're entitled to. That is not going to happen here. I think that this is a good start. I think that this is long overdue, but the better airlines are already compensating their passengers for those ancillary costs, those hotel rooms, those meals that they have to pay for overnight when they get stranded. These new rules are aimed primarily at the lower budget airlines that it's hard to get a hold of on the phone, let alone get your ancillary costs reimbursed. I think it is a good start, and we hope that it will lead to better changes in the future for all airlines.
Interesting. So you heard Nancy say that, some airlines may blame weather all the time. And don't airlines always find loopholes, though, when it comes to passenger compensation for programs like this?
Absolutely, and that is one of the problems with these new rules is that there is not a lot of transparency. If Congress steps in and makes the airlines show more of who they're compensating and who they're not, Senator Cantwell is already trying to make Southwest do that related to their holiday meltdown to reveal who did you say no to. I think that's the biggest problem the airlines have here is they have a loophole because they don't have to show statistics of who they are saying yes and no to. It is very easy for them to say, well, this problem was not our fault, when in reality, a lot of these issues are systemic. A delay might be caused by weather, but the fact that the plane could not take off might have been caused by the fact that the airline was not ready for the weather, and they should have been. So those are certainly loopholes that the airlines can use, and that's why it's important to make sure that this claim system is more airtight than it currently already is.
So these new rules may make delays and cancellations, as you mentioned, extra costly for airlines. Any chance it could result on more on-time flights as maybe a positive out of this?
I think so. I think that it will add a lot of extra pressure to the airlines to get planes from point A to point B. As I mentioned, a lot of these problems are systemic. So the airlines have been long overdue for system updates, whether it's computer systems or pilot shortages. So we are hoping that this is a benefit to passengers in the long run. We do have to make sure, though, that the costs are not passed down to passengers, because you can be sure that these airlines are not going to freely and happily absorb the cost of what could amount to fines if they don't follow these rules. So we need to make sure that the costs are not passed down to passengers in their ticket prices.
All right, it'll be one to watch. Erin Applebaum, thank you for joining us.